And now we want to expand our postscript segment to talk about at least one country in the Middle East that for decades has made women's equality a centerpiece of its national character. Education, medicine, and even in the law, a profession that's traditionally shrouded in the black robes of men.
In Tunis's law courts, it's another day of paperwork and appeals, commercial disputes, personal litigation. Judge Reem Khalidi presiding. Female judges are a rarity elsewhere in the Middle East, but in the city of Tunis, more than 60% of the judges are women. This profession was once monopolized by men, says Judge Khalidi, but now women want to challenge men and prove they can practice law. The proof is in her courtroom.
So can Tunisia set an example for the rest of the Islamic world? Joining us again, Mahnaz Afkhami, Asma Khader, and Lina Abou Habib. You're a lawyer.
Yes.
So what do you make of Tunisia? For it's made gender equality its raison d'etre for so many years.
Yes, for sure. Tunisia played a model for the rest of the Arab countries, especially when it comes to the family law, the reforms of the family law. But also having women in the law profession is very important. Today we are celebrating in Jordan, in the occasion of 8th of March, Jordanian women achievements in judiciary and law profession.
Are they judges?
We have 48 judges now, acting judges, and one of them is leading a court. She is the chief of the court. We have a woman judge in the International Criminal Court for Rwanda. She is a female judge also.
A Jordanian
female judge. And we also have the opportunity to have more than 60% female judges in the coming few years, because more than 60% of the Judiciary Institute students are female now.
Doesn't this go to the heart of the matter? Without women in the law, practicing the law, sitting on the bench,
absolutely,
you will not get legal reform.
That's true.
Why, if it's Tunisia, why was it Tunisia and not the rest of the Arab world?
Before answering that, let me go back a little bit before. History has shown us, the history of the women's movement worldwide, that often the judiciary was the main challenge, the main obstacle towards reform. And therefore, I think more and more women in the judiciary, more and more women in the legal profession has changed this a little bit. Now, Tunisia, I think, has to be put in the geopolitical historical context, post-independence, the influence of Bourguiba and his visionary vision of a modern Tunisia.
Actually, what's interesting is that it's not considered very politically emancipated. I mean, there are people who leave Tunisia for political...
We cannot look at gender equality without a context of democracy and freedom, and this is, I think, the trick for all our countries.
Well, what does that mean for Iran, for the women of Iran, in view of their legal rights?
Well, unfortunately, in Iran, we have a theocracy that has as its definition of the role of women complementarity rather than equality.
But there are female lawyers.
There are female lawyers. They're acting very strongly and well within the civic area. But the government, where the laws are coming, really does not put forth the ideal of equality. So it's an uphill battle for the women. We have had judges in the past. The whole reason why there's such an extraordinary women's movement right now in Iran, why they're the engine of the democratic movement, is a history of activism that they have had and they have shared, and the sophistication that has come about as a result of that. And I must also add, as we look to the future, Iran is one of the countries, but the others, members of our partnership, are also looking to that. It's the possibilities and the potential of technology, of communication, of sharing, of solidarity building, the kind of work that we do together, sharing experiences and examples and good practices. And that's what makes us very hopeful for the future.
Thank you so much, all of you, for coming here on Women's Day, International Women's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And our three guests from this program have agreed to continue this discussion online with a hashtag debate via Twitter. So please log on to amanpour.com/Twitter. This is a fascinating discussion. Send in your questions and we'll continue using the hashtag AmanGlobal. And that's it for now. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, catch a podcast of this program on amanpour.com/podcast. For all of us here, goodbye from New York.